Okay, so my audio went out. I don't know why. I think the battery ran out and I just didn't notice. So, you're in VoiceOver City now. Population U. We're going to put in a stick of butter. I melted the butter down. Um, in theory, you could still just get it at room temperature and kind of lump it in, but I just had better luck with melting it all the way down and then mixing it in like I would an egg with pasta or something like that. Now, this is me realizing, oh, wait a second, I didn't warm up my water. That's a cup of water. I like to warm it up about 25 to 30 seconds. I like to get it up to around 100 degrees. I've had the best luck with that because warmth is your friend. This is something like making bread, but not really. Making bread's a little more involved. This is a lot easier and it comes out really well. This recipe is from Views on the Road, that YouTube channel. I feel that her recipe was simple but really effective. She uses lard. I think lard would, I don't know how lard would affect it. I think it would affect the flavor, but doing it with butter means that the flavor is quite a bit deeper, and I think it just acts better overall. That's what I'm saying here. I just prefer. I like it to be like this. When you put your finger in it, you don't feel it, so it's around the temperature of your skin. So at least the mid 90s. Your internal temperature is 98.6. I think your skin temperature is in the the mid 90s, like 92, 94, somewhere around there. Anyway, it comes out real gooey. This is 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, unbleached, the same flour I use when I'm making bread typically, at least half when I'm doing a sourdough loaf, all when I'm doing just a regular loaf with instant yeast. Anyway, it's super, super gooey, and this is me going back and forth thinking, do I need to add flour? And I'm just going to. I ended up adding another quarter cup approximately. I didn't really measure it. I probably should have. So I'm just using this scoop. This scoop is approximately a quarter cup. So I used actually probably even less than that. I just wanted a little bit to absorb more of that moisture. I saw there's more moisture than flour. So maybe up this recipe. The recipe says 2.5 cups, maybe 2 3/4 cups with the same amount of butter, because that's all that's in here. This is unsalted butter, so I'm going to add a little bit of salt, but it's butter, flour, water, and with salt, and that's it. But spoiler alert, I think these are the best tortillas I've ever made, ever. So I'm going to go back to this recipe and try to replicate and see if this is a real deal. But as far as just handling and everything and flavor, they handled perfectly. I was making these tortillas for some cochinita pibil I was making, so I think everything's really good. I needed this for a good 6 minutes. I just really, really wanted to make sure everything was incorporated well. The the thing is, with this much butter, normally I grease the bowl so the dough won't get stuck. It greased itself. This thing is super slick, super nice. And once I got around 2.5, 4 to 3 minutes, it really came together. It's a bit scratchy, but I mean, it's to be expected. I don't think you could. I wouldn't do the whole letting it rest and then coming back to it and letting it rest again. I don't think it needs it, but with this, I'm gonna take it to a point where I feel comfortable with the kneading and it looks right, and then let it rest for 20 to 30 minutes. I forget how long I let it rest for. So dough is rested. And let's see, I just pushed it and it stayed that way. That's what we're looking for. I want it to be rested, relaxed. So that way when we shape it, it'll stay in whatever shape we put it in. So now what I'm gonna do, the person is Views on the Road. This person has new easy recipe. How to make easy flour tortillas is the name of the video from Views on the Road. I feel that this recipe may actually work out okay, but we'll find out in a minute, I guess. Look how smooth it is. Wow. Maybe we're onto something. Maybe she's got a thing going on here. Okay, so I'm gonna make them about like that, a little bit like a golf ball size. We're gonna try to make probably like 8 to 10, I would imagine. Smells right, you know? I always feel like the smell is the best indicator. If you can get the smell right, we're gonna roll them. So I'm just trying to make them, I'm trying to make them round already, but we're gonna roll them anyway. It's 2, 4, 5. See me struggling to count. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. So. According to this person, this is the key to getting them soft, getting them round, and getting them soft. Okay. 3, 2, 4, 8. So I took some from one of them and added it to the other because they're a little bit, oh, cool. I didn't mean to put them in a circle like this. They look like they're doing a satanic ritual, which is great. So that would be appropriate for me. These are ready to, actually, they're ready to rest. Let me get a towel. I like it how every single person I've watched on YouTube talking about putting a towel on things emphasize a clean kitchen towel, because they know that some of you people, you don't like to wash your hands, you probably use dirty towels. You need to get with it. You need to get with it with this stuff about cleanliness. It's very simple. Anyway. These are resting. I'm going to give them 5 minutes, and in that time I'm going to get my pan ready, get it heated up. So when I'm cooking, I have a choice between saving my meal and saving the shot. I'll save the meal. So doing this is a little bit not cumbersome, but I had many whenever I have trouble, it's this part. When you're rolling them out and flattening them and then getting them to the pan, I've always had issues with that. So I may not be able to film everything. I'm going to try to just keep the camera in the wide shot so you can at least, I can be talking through it if nothing else. But I'm going to save the shot, save my food before I save the shot. It's been rested. So what we need to do now is I'm going to, let's move some of these over. How it stays. Oh man, I think we might be onto something here. This is what it's supposed to do. I did not take a picture of it. If you don't take a picture of it for Instagram, did it really happen? Look how it stays. See, I've not let the, I'm guessing the ones that I've done wrong. This wasn't the case. The fact that they stretch out really nicely. Look at that. Oh wow. Okay. Let's see if it holds out for the flavor. See, there's little dots in there. That's you can't see it on camera, but that's the what do you call it? Salt. Look how it stays. This is what you want, so that way when you put it out on the pan, on the hot pan, which I have a nice hot pan going now, this sucker's gonna come up. Let's see if we can get this on camera. This is too big for the pan. Something to consider. I am not touching that because I have burned myself enough times that I am a chicken when it comes to this. I've made it too big, or my pan is too big. You decide. But I like the big one. Look at that, it's bubbling up. Look, it's bubbling up right in the middle. All right. Thank you, Views on the Road. I'll leave the link in the description so you can actually watch the person do it right. Instead of my kind of fumbly sort of doing it. It's bubbling up beautifully. Look at that. Oh, that looks like a real tortilla. Look at this. Look at that. Boom. Now the only thing left, does it taste right? Which I'm almost ready to give it a lot of leeway. So what we're looking at, that's a 10-inch. Let me see if I can get it larger. We still will eat it. I'll make this my afternoon snack. Put a little bit of cheese in it. Oh wow. I've never made tortillas that look like this. I am incredibly excited.